Emily Turner was never an ordinary girl. Growing up in California, she felt something deeper than curiosity whenever she watched documentaries or visited animal shelters. By the time she graduated, she was known not just for her grades, but for her unmatched connection with animals. That connection led her to the San Diego Zoo, where she spent years caring for rare creatures, studying their behavior, learning their needs, and bonding with them in ways others could not. But Emily wanted more than walls and cages. Her heart pulled her towards the wild. So when she heard of an opening at the Masai Mara Reserve in Kenya, she did not hesitate. She packed her life into 2 suitcases, said goodbye to comfort, and flew across the world into uncertainty. Life in the reserve was nothing like the city. The sun scorched the land by day, and the cold cut through every layer by night. But Emily adjusted. Each morning, she rose before dawn, suited up, and joined her team in patrolling the vast plains. Her duties included watching over the herds, checking water holes, tracking footprints, and most importantly, staying alert for poachers. Her team admired her calm, her confidence, and her courage. She learned how to repair patrol bikes, survive harsh storms, and treat wounded animals with gentle precision. Slowly, the wild became her home. One morning, just after sunrise, everything shifted. Her patrol partner woke up with a fever and could not join her. The reserve was understaffed that week, so Emily decided to continue the patrol alone. It was not recommended, but she had done this route many times. She packed water, tools, a map, and safety gear, then set out across the reserve. The sun had not yet reached its full strength, but the heat still clung to the air. Her ATV rolled over dry trails, and she watched the ground for tracks. A herd of zebras passed quietly in the distance. Birds scattered as her tires cut through the silence. Then something odd caught her attention, a vehicle parked in the brush, half hidden, with no plates and tinted windows. She stopped her ATV and lifted her binoculars. 2 men sat in the truck, both wearing dark clothes and watching nothing in particular. Alarm bells rang in her mind. She had seen this look before, men who were not supposed to be there. She drove. Closer, carefully, slowly. She signaled for them to stop the engine. They ignored her. Emily did not back down. She pulled in front of the truck and raised her badge. The driver hesitated, then stopped. Without waiting, she stepped closer and requested to inspect the back of the vehicle. The men did not speak. One simply unlocked the trunk. What she saw made her heart drop. A young rhino, tightly bound with ropes, lay trembling, its eyes wide with terror. She had caught poachers. She turned to run back to her ATV to call for help, but the men were faster. They lunged. One grabbed her arm, the other forced her down. They tied her hands behind her back with rough cords and dragged her to a tree. Nearby, her face hit the dry dirt. Her legs kicked, but she was overpowered. "Do not scream," one of them muttered as they bound her to the base of the tree. Moments later, they jumped into the truck and vanished into the horizon, leaving her helpless in the burning heat. Emily's wrists burned. The rope cut into her skin. The sun climbed higher, and her throat dried. Her water bottle lay just meters away, but she could not reach it. Her body weakened. Her muscles ached. Then a sound pierced the still air. A low, steady growl. Her heart raced. She turned her head slowly and saw them lionesses, 3 of them, walking toward her, heads low, eyes fixed. She froze. Her breath caught. Her mind screamed, but her body could not move. The lionesses moved around her, circling, sniffing the air. She prepared for pain, for the end. But then the lionesses stopped. Between them stepped a massive male lion, powerful and proud, his mane catching the sunlight. He did not roar. He did not charge. He stepped closer, slowly, eyes locked on hers. Emily braced herself. But instead of attacking, the lion leaned down and began scratching at her ropes. At first, she thought it was random, an animal's instinct. But with each careful motion, he tugged the knots, not her arms. She noticed something else, a long scar across his neck, one she knew by heart. A year ago, she had cared for a lion just like this one. He had arrived at the rescue center half dead, from a hyena attack. She had cleaned his wounds, fed him with care, stayed beside him every night until he regained strength. That lion had disappeared into the wild months ago, and now here he was. The same eyes, the same scar. He remembered. With patient movements, he clawed at the knots until they began to loosen. Emily felt her right hand break free. With shaking fingers, she undid the rest. Her hands throbbed. Her arms were red and raw. But she was free. She turned to the lion. He looked at her, then stepped back. No growl, no sound. Just a soft blink, as if saying goodbye. Emily stood, tears rolling down her cheeks. She ran, too. Her ATV and radioed headquarters. Her voice cracked, but her message was clear. A poaching incident. Coordinates. A bound rhino. 2 men in a black truck. Within minutes, a team was dispatched. Rangers searched the terrain, following the tire tracks that led into the forest. Hours passed. Then news came through the radio. The truck had been found. The men were in custody. The rhino was still alive. Emily returned to base where the vets confirmed the animal would recover fully. It would live. That night, Emily sat on the porch of her cabin, wrapped in a blanket, staring into the open sky. She thought about the lion, the moment he stepped forward, the decision he made, and the life he chose to protect. In that moment, she understood. Something unspoken. The wild remembers. Kindness is not forgotten. And sometimes, the one you save becomes your savior.